you as the CEO of the Gambia to concentrate in addressing such challenges that the country is facing. We want you to concentrate your effort and energy on fighting against coups because it's claiming the lives of our young people. Youths embarking on this perilous journey to Europe and losing their lives and being stranded in the desert. Issues of our farmers, the salaries of our gallant civil servants, lives and livelihood of Gambians, the cost of living, the continuous killings, burglaries, shortage of water, erratic supply of electricity, the rampant corruption in your government, youth unemployment, depreciation of our dollar over foreign currencies. How are you going to tackle this year's disaster, Adama Barrow, in this country? These are the issues we expected you to address when you have the opportunity to address the public and not to go personal. You are the CEO of the Gambia. You are the president of the Gambia that everybody look upon to you. But currently, the nation is not given the respect it deserved from the outside world. Not because we don't have the people, not because the people are not in the capacity to serve. It's because of your irresponsible statements and the manner you are governing this country. But we can tell you, even if Dabo dies in your tenure, we have more than thousands of Dabo in United Democratic Party. We have more than hundreds of his likes who are more than Dabo, who can deliver far more than Dabo. Dabo is the party leader, the Secretary General. Doesn't mean he is there only to be for United Democratic Party. I can tell you we have the life of our Lord Mayor, Talib Bensouda, here with us. We have the life of Rahim Malik Low. We have the likes of Yanks Dabo, Landing, you name them, Alaji S. Dabo, you name them, Haji Suanes, Binta Senghor, Mariama Sibos, and all others, Fadera Ismaila. We have a lot of them who can act exactly like Usainu, and in fact more than Usainu. But he's just putting you on the straightforward, talking about that land that you grabbed. And today you made mention that let the Justice Ministry come up with that documentation so that you can return the paper. We are telling you that the Justice Ministry, IO8, they will not come up with that letter. We want you to declare it yourself that you are forfeiting the land. Thereby, I am stopping here and I'm going to call on the first speaker to come and address this press conference, who is no one but Ismaila Fadera, who is speaking on behalf of the student wing of the United Democratic Party. Thank you very much. Ismaila, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. It is indeed sad and unfortunate to stand on this very podium to deliver a statement on behalf of the UDP students wing. On Saturday night, I find it extremely difficult to at least find a comfort in sleeping because of a troubling remarks made by someone who's supposed to be the father of the nation, who is not the president, the president. Without wasting much time, I go straight into the statement by the students wing. The UDP students wing is deeply disheartened and appalled by the recent vulgar and disrespectful remarks made by the President Adama Barrow against our esteemed leader, who is no other person than Ba Usainu Dabo. President Barrow's declaration to remain in power until the death of Mr. Dabo, claiming to have signed a contract to that effect, is not only a flagrant display of arrogance, but also a severe affront to the principles of democracy and respect that our nation holds dear. This statement is a stark reminder of the dangerous path our leadership is treading. To boast about staying in power until the demise of a political opponent is not just unethical, it undermines the very fabric of our democratic society. It is unbecoming of any leader, especially the president, to engage in such disgraceful. The presidency is an office that should embody the highest standard of respect, integrity, and responsibility. Instead, President Barrow's words have sown seeds of division and disrespect. As students and future leaders of the Gambia, we must unequivocally condemn such behavior. Our nation, the Gambia, deserves better. We deserve leaders who uphold the values of humility, respect, and dignity. We must remind President Barrow that power is not eternal, and ultimately, it is the people who decide the fate of their leaders. The future of the Gambia lies in the hands of its people, and we must strive to create a society where our leaders inspire hope and unity, not fear and division. We call upon all Gambians, regardless of their political affiliations, to stand with us in condemning these vile remarks. Let us work together to build a nation where respect and decency are at the forefront of the political discourse. Today, this early morning, to our greatest dismay, the information minister, who happened to be the mouthpiece of the government of the Gambia, this interview with QTV, we will, because it was not a surprise to me. It is deeply concerning to witness someone who holds a PhD, someone who is contributing towards shaping of the future leaders of this country, someone who is a political lecturer. It is disheartening to witness our information minister dismiss every vulgar utterance of the president as mere political remarks. Defense not only undermines the severity of the president's inappropriate language, but also reflects the troubling inconsistency in our leadership. It is the same Dr. Cisse who once criticized President Barrow, calling him clueless, provoking such agitation in Barrow that he reacted irrationally, referring to Dr. Cisse dismissively. To brush off the president's insult as political remarks is tactically endorsed a dangerous precedent. When the highest office in the land is allowed to operate chaotically with impunity, it sets a precedent for all to follow. Dr. Cisse's defense of the president only makes the work of the Inspector General of Police more challenging. While the IGP, in his own words, strives to maintain civil discourse and order, his efforts are thwarted by a president whose behavior is anything but civil. The IGP's strong appeal for respectful communication are rendered ineffective in the face of such a poor example from our leader. Leadership begins at the top. A chaotic and foolish president leads to a chaotic and foolish nation. I repeat, leadership begins at the top. A chaotic and foolish president leads to a chaotic and foolish nation. When our leaders fail to uphold the standard of respect and dignity, it becomes impossible to expect the same from the citizenry. For the good of our nation, the Gambia, we must hold them accountable and insist on leadership that is both respectful, or that is both respectable and respectful. Only then we can hope to create a society where decency and integrity prevail. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the wisdom of our beloved country, the Gambia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The President will call on the female wing President, that's the youth wing of the United Democratic Party, Honorable Binta Senghor, to come on the podium and give her take on the aspect of the female wing of the United Democratic Party.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, our audience here present today. I wouldn't say it is indeed sad, because this is more than sadness this time. Today we are here to honor the oath we have taken to rescue this country from the incumbent, that is Barrow's government. And we came with the powers. We came with respect, but we came with gasta gasta. You do me, I do you. Members of the youth wing, our elders here present today, women, and all of you that are gathered here today, we said Assalamu alaikum to you all. Today, as I stand before you to address a matter of paramount importance that affects the very fabric of our society, the issue of hate speech. In recent time, we have witnessed a disconcerting trend in the rhetoric surrounding of our political discourse, one that has to come to the forefront in the words and action of our own president, Camaraba. What I mean is, he should be in front of, but he himself is now being the one to start hate speech in this country. And it is a corrosive force that threatens to erode the foundation of democracy, compassion, and unity. It sows seeds of division and discord among our communities, leading to an environment of fear and mistrust. As the youth wing of United Democratic Party, we advocate for a society built on inclusivity and respect. We must equally condemn any hate speech that seeks for demonic and dehumanizing and defranchise any individual or any political party or anyone that is called a citizen or non-citizen in this country. The recent president, President Barrow, as the leader of our nation, has a profound responsibility to model the values we hold dear, values to justice, equality, and respect for all. The words of our leader carry weight. They have the power to uplift, inspire, and unify, or conversely, to incite anger, fear, and hate. It is crucial that we hold our leader accountable for their words. And this is why today we gather here to account President Barrow for his own statement, to come out and apologize for the statement he uttered against our hero, that is His Excellency, President Ousainou Barrow. Sorry. And it is on us, the citizen, to demand a higher standard of how the president should rule and how we want our country to be governed by him. While we cherish the rights of free, we must also recognize that with these rights comes with a responsibility to speak with core and considerations. We cannot turn a blind eye any form of speech that will bring us division along or ethnic, religious, and ideological lines. Our diversion is our strength, and it is our duty to celebrate it, not to weaponize it. As the President of the Republic of the Gambia, he used the freedom of speech that is given by the Constitution to every right in every democratic state to weaponize it as a political tool against our political party. Today, I call upon the President to reflect on the power of his words and to choose a path to dialogue over decisions. And we want to remind the President, like months ago, he called for a political dialogue where all political parties and their leaders were present at the State House to discuss the present issues and to discuss issues that are bringing disability, that are bringing discomfort and chaotic to our society. Let us foster a climate where every difference or every different able person will not succeed or will bring conflict, but rather opportunities of understanding and growth. Let us build a nation where every individual, regardless of their background, feel unsafe, will be valued in our society. I would like to call on all the CSOs and all the religious leaders that we hold responsible, that are serving the people, that is the citizen, to come on board and to ask the President to apologize to Mr. Dabo and also to Gambians for uttering these irresponsible words towards our party leader, Ousainou Dabo. The international communities, we want to take this opportunity to call every international and diplomatic missions members to ask President Barrow to resign. And also, we are calling on members of the National Assembly to move a motion of impeachment. As we are all aware today, the President has violated many rights of the Constitution of the Gambia. And now we can move a motion to impeach President Barrow. He's inciting conflict among the young people, among the citizens, among the elderly people. In 2018, President Barrow made a statement against the United Democratic Party. Recently, in Barra, he made a statement against the United Democratic Party members, while the UDP National and Campaign Organizing Committee embarked on a nationwide tour. We want to call the IGP and the Justice Minister to listen to the people of this country. Listen to the Gambians. We are now tired. Our rights has been taken by Adama Barrow. We cannot speak anymore. We cannot eat anymore. We cannot sleep anymore. If you can arrest me for saying something or criticizing Barrow, I think and I believe you all can go to Barrow and release a statement to condemn Barrow's speech and to ask him to come to the Gambian people and apologize. We go by the living condition of Gambians. Every citizen of this country is crying. Bag of rice is expensive. We want the President to address these issues, not to go to a gathering to be in certain conflict or hatred among each other. Yes, I cried on that day. I laughed first and I cried. You know why? I feel pity for Gambians. I feel sorry for us. I see people clap when Barrow finished talking. They are ignorant people. They are not illiterate, they are ignorant. They are unlettered people, they didn't go to school. So many youth taking the backway journey. We have lost thousands of young people across the European Sea. We have lost dozens of youth currently because of they are now using coups. 3 days ago in Brikama, 15 young boys died of consuming coups. that was so pity. These are pressing issues that the president, we think and we believe he should address, but not to come on board, to be criticizing or to be throwing stones at a political party. Much more of Ousainou Darboe. Ousainou Darboe didn't owe any Gambian. We the Gambians owe Ousainou Darboe. If Barrow, you cannot give him that due respect, we give him that due respect. This is why, as the youth of United Democratic Party, today we will send a message to you. Now Darboe is above Barrow. Darboe is above Barrow. Wherever you go internationally, people talk about Barrow. How he's ruling this country. How he is manipulating this country. How he is manipulating our phone and mistrust. Dishonesty. Let's go. I want to ask President Barrow a question. Who did Barrow sign this contract with? Who did Barrow sign this contract with? And I want tomorrow, on Tuesday, on the 30th of July, Barrow to answer me. Who did you sign this contract with? We want to know. We definitely want to know. If you call yourself a leader, we too call ourselves a leader. And we demand an answer from you. We want to know. And we are telling ECOWAS, Commonwealth, UN, UNICEF, UNDP, all these international communities that anything from here against 2026 before Barrow leaves office, anything that happens to Mr. Darboe, even a scratch, Barrow is responsible. And we will sue him to anywhere. Civil service, the civil servant, are crying all over the country. Low salary increasement. He promised to increase their salaries. These are issues that Barrow should address. These are issues that everyone is crying of. These are issues we expect his ministry, the communication unit, the information unit, to come out and tell the Gambian people, this and this is what the government is doing to increase your salaries. But instead, we are very, very disappointed. I personally, I am disappointed with Dr. Ismaila Ceesay. I am from Brikama. He's from Brikama. He's a son of Brikama. For the statement he uttered, say, why will Barrow apologize? Barrow should apologize. You know it yourself, but because you are insecure of your position. If you go against Barrow today, he will sack you tomorrow. I quote in Mandinka, Iko nimal la alala, ibetula joyala foifa. This is what will happen to all of you. If you don't believe in the Almighty, what He caters for you, you will get it. If you don't believe in that, you will forever be running as a servant. And now we are calling President Barrow to confess the United Democratic Party youth wing to give us a statement that includes an answer we are asking for. We are not here to joke. Like I said, now is gasta. We are taking enough from him. If our youths are dying, what stopped Barrow to come and address that? What stopped Barrow to ask his government to put all stops on drugs? People are using pistol. A grade 2 student has taken a pistol to her school and shot someone. A grade 2 student. If that could happen to this country, who here is sleeping in peacefully? Semesters are coming to this country every day. Yesterday, one was attacked. One was attacked and almost been killed. Do we think, if we that are living in this country, we are not secure, do we think Gambians that are in the diaspora, will they come to this country? No, they would not. We want you to come out and address this issue. And now we want to put a stop to this, and we demand to fight for this country. We are ready as young people of this country, not only UDP, but young people of this country. And we believe all political parties in this country will join us into United Democratic Party. We have seen many statements issued by some political parties, and we hope to see the same statement being issued by ourselves, champions of advocacy. Let's do the advocacy in the right way. The Human Rights Commission, I believe I would have read their statement today on newspaper. Today I was in the office. Thank everyone here present today to attend and to listen to our call as we give our statement.
Thank you very much, President Binta Senghor, for the United Democratic Female Youth Wing. Those messages were powerful, straight shoot. Maila Sise, that in 2018 he made mention of Clueless Barrow. We want to tell him it's the same Clueless Barrow in 2018 who was good but turned to be worse in 2024. But Barrow, again, we will tell you, is the same Dokita you were calling in 2018, who is now your information minister. Record straight for you. In our present, we would like to recognize the presence of Dr. Lamin Mane, who is a senior party member. We really recognize your presence and highly salute you. Next on the item, we'll call on our gallant leader and people measure his statement and his doing, and he's on track and straightforward. There's no other person than the Lord Talib.
Good afternoon to you all. First of all, I'd like to commend the Youth Wing under the leadership of His Excellency Haji Sawane. However, Gambia. That is after he has fought and sacrificed for all these years. And inshallah, Allah will do just that. First of all, I would like to say, this is not the first, it's not the second, it's not the third, and I'm sure this is not the last time he will make our very own people. When the national dialogue was formed, I advised the party. I myself have not partaken in any of the exercises. The reason being, I have come to know the passing of Adama Barrow. He is a leader who's over again. During the presidential election 2021, he used tribal politics to divide our people. Not thinking responsible things a leader can do. Because if there's the stability, the same leader will have to preserve the peace. Secondly, this is the president who stood during over again. Tear gas was thrown into one of our campaign cars. Many of our supporters were beaten and arrested. Some even handed to the police. The same president came again in a rally at Karawan and spoke about the NARS and said, Udp lost network. Terrible comments you can say to somebody who was a former vice president and foreign affairs minister of our country. I will ask and beg of you from now on, you have fought enough. I think many of the speakers have spoken of many of the problems. Just down the street here in Kololi, every week they will seize ton girls doing prostitution. Our youths are tired, they have lost hope. They are even running away, risking all their lives to get to Europe. Now we have a drug that is destroying our community, a drug that is taken from the human bone. President Barrow. Today, many of our people cannot get driver's license. There is no cash power meter, no identity cards. Gambia is a failed state. I had people talking like this in political platforms. So for me, this is not politics. It's not a joke. This is about our country. And I said this 2 months ago or 3 months ago. Every president has their time. Even a student, this is an example that he cannot go for more than 2 terms. We should never allow it. It is unacceptable in the world, especially now in Africa, to destroy our country. He continues to destroy this small country, the smallest country on mainland Africa. We demand that he comes out, withdraws enough. They have tried to kill him many times. They have jailed him. He has seen death in the eye. But if it's not Allah's time, you will not leave this earth. Put aside tribal politics, disunity, divisions. We see Macky Sall in Senegal. He said there will not be any elections. They burned the streets, the buildings. Today, even on the radio, his ministers, his advisors, who were pushing him, arrest Usman Sonko tomorrow. We have seen it with the former president. We have seen it with neighboring presidents. So do not let that fate befall you. Without further ado, I want all of us to...
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor, for those powerful statements. First, that will be on Friday. Secondly, we are calling on the National Executive of United Democratic Party to withdraw from the national dialogue with immediate, not to respond to the president. The party militants, including the youth wing, will take full responsibility of what him finally is enough and is enough. Yes. Enough is enough. Yes. It's too much and it's enough. Whosoever who is living in the Gambia and abroad but call yourself a Gambian, we should all unite to fight against the third term for President Barrow. Going for third term, who is no one but the president of the United Democratic Party Youth Wing, Honorable Haji Suwane, who will come on podium to give a stand and off.
When I heard he spoke of a death, the first that come to my mind, it is that one of a famous speaker, while that opposition leader did not do only thing, but duties vested upon him or her to hold a sitting government accountable for transparent and accountable running of, which is almost 30 minutes or more. I listened to it keenly, if not more than 10 times. But I did not hear a single message would say is a national interest agenda the president has delivered. And I will remind you, political gatherings are an opportunity accorded to emphasize or to repeat, or if not, to give citizens the new ideas and policies, programs they have for Gambian people, if they are in government or if they are already serving as president. That includes recently the capsize of a boat that has already consumed more than 150 people. How many affected in that? Almost an entire family was perished in the waters of Mauritania. Where are they from? From where the president came from, that is URR, operator. Away from his house, throwing himself or herself in the waters. You should know there's nothing chasing him but fire, outbreak. That means that the Gambia currently, nothing is killing our youth. Now a graveyard to our youth. If President Barrow can speak for almost 30 minutes without even showing solidarity, sympathy to those desperate youths who choose to die, that is why we are not just doing this press conference merely for talking, but we are giving President Barrow will happen, but this country must be liberated. This country must get its independence. Not independent because of just politics, but independent anymore here. And we will stand and demand, as the speakers alluded to, the debt contract that President Barrow has said he signed to see this line. He has no contract with Allah. He did not see any contract. He has never seen Allah's wisdom. He has never seen Allah's message for a head of state to stand in front of the public and lie to us, saying that whatever he did, he is going to not only to faint, but he could even die. Because we saw the day that was arrested. If you talk about ordinary citizens, people could say that police will tell you that we cannot protect them because they are killed at their homes. They are killed at their financial bureaus. They are killed. Patriotic political officers were killed. I repeat, who no one knows. I will continue to contest. He said, I will not relinquish power. What is the contract signed with IEC? We want to know. The votes of Gambian people who doesn't believe in Adambaro's government will be protected. We will die for this country. If so, country. And that is why when Mayo said it's a failed state, don't think it's a political statement. It's already a failed state when Gambians don't want to stand and liberate their country from criminals like Adamabaro. This is a country where national audit reports prove from each and every life or soul in this country that the president's office, State House, has consumed more than 669 Gambian dollars. When Mahdi Jawad stood to hold him accountable, he said, Mahdi is an inciter of violence. Who is an inciter of violence? When I say corruption, it's a vile disease. Corruption is a threat to national security. This is where it is. National audit report submitted their report. The president only stated that that report is a mere opinion and it is biased. An institution that has been sponsored by citizens, taxpayers' money, to give us a clue, a direction on how our resources is managed by the state. If a president could stand and call that institution, describe it as a mere opinion, biasness in it, where do you think you are going? Fellow youths, the fear of Ousainou Darboe, it is not his age. The fear for Ousainou Darboe, I can tell you, Barrow spoke to marabouts. They told him that if you don't kill Ousainou Darboe before 2026, he's going to end your government. And if he ends your government, he's going to prosecute you. You are going to my too. And that is why I am telling Adamabaro, if Ousainou Darboe dies, from here to 2026, we are going to hold you accountable. And it's better you dig your own graveyard, you bury yourself before Ousainou Darboe dies. I thank you all for giving this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Hechi Haji Suwane, the President of United Democratic Party's Youth Wing. Just three statements will add on top of that. That if Solo Sanden can sacrifice for us to enjoy the change that we are enjoying and believed in 2016, why not us, the youths who are today living and we're here? If the youths of Kenya can do it and change the current status of Kenya and make sure they stamped to ensure the tax bill or whatsoever, the financial bill that was to be introduced at the parliament was rejected or doesn't in fact go to the parliament, if they can do it, if they can uphold their president accountable to a level of dissolving the executive, the entire cabinet, if the Nigerian youths are planning to do exactly what the Kenyan youths did, if only our country, that as Mayor said, is a failed state. If it is a failed state, how can we make it a working state? This is a responsibility for all of us as Gambian. We need to make the Gambia a working state. That's the end of the press conference. That's the end of the press conference as the president of the Youth Haji spoke. The next on the item is that we will give to the journalists as they are also here with us prepared to throw in any question that they want to. The mic is here available. Whosoever wants to ask a question, please. Any Q&A from the media? If there is none, we want to close the press conference. Therefore, we call the press conference being closed, and we thank everybody here present, the media fraternity. We really appreciate and thank you for coming and cover today's press conference. Before we please this place, please can we pray? Amen.
Badou local be control tonal control le fon fembe jibero la Camaraba officiel nyin tembe nanal badi malentida dabo Camaraba officiel a felentim benta manja biloto janana press conference ke mbidi na mbanta na mo follow min soro pour ka interview wala nyaawur komati Mr nyaawur koma nyaawur ularo
ularo bi jang alhamdulillah tanante
albania di to mala nyi message o kete bala nyaani kabriyam
yalong mandinkole kuma kilim fo muto nyalti mandinkole kuma kilim fo muto nyalti kuma kalantan jabi lawo deyolen yalong kabrin sanji kilini ka fo nyaawri bukadiyam nda bukadiyam bigo nda bukadiyam sawola nkadiyam bankola interest adu yela radio station on la television station on me joye million ol dila ya all control le ya understand le e ka all sensore wala dum kante invite num platform ol to pour ngadi am say bu kante invite ko ninta tata je abe soronnal bay nin ko nyinga kiti o manjam fa malkuli mawti baro menga mol niota ngalon ne ko jang attending alaman contract sign biko ala yaate fatale aya dingota adunga bate fanan talale ate kunola je a wato sutiyata wo a jamfata wo a bate niyo sambalale ate kunola je itaman kuno e fatato e mano e dingotato e malo ete fontabe kala nyame modo ta ni te ko fo o mi la hakilo la yiri wa baliyalti ani la faham baliya problem sabale be nyim banko ka hasidiya faham baliya adam baro problem saba dronne be gambia jang faham baliya hasidiya anin adam baro wa ka fen vatelem threat to national security yala ta nanin kuma ma understand hakili ma dun ke wole nin firine ya ban ay kuma sabale foje ay IEC preempt angalel ka fo men na preempt wala membe to idal takwol men kele ka wala itandi mo la ko anda ka nyine ke because jumale ko adama ko nyim place o baro kunda place le president yaate baro kunda alta ayate manka man kundati president tote adamati ikafa wala ka fo president ne nate to la kan ibu ka fo adama president ka fo president adama foye momoy kondo place o manke motati adum fisamante ya place o alal ka cika ka di men na diata wato men na ni lata alquran le muslimo fonde kuma jawo ta fono la muslimo ma wala nan tol ta jabila bari fondin kol men tol nga place ol cika ngadira wali ya jabile de ultimate mo membe diala na membe kala nak ndol ta wato folate biko doko na nyana la fola diabe doko men kaso abuko je ay dalilo men soro ala contrat ko ikaya afo munen faye assassin wala ta para Usain Dabo fa bang fo ay batu tal le soto ba melbe India bang fo morol le babulu Mali bang faye mol le soto benen bang faye morol le soto Togo ba mel kay ko nin kendingo sayale ba nim place o nyin tema o State House tema ba nabe baluri na ba ni wala ni election 2026 abe fota je ni o faye ya jomolindile so abe nyin kuma sifal le fo no la mi manken to le surprise ti nga mankuto lonne ala politique nga lonne kabraka be siol dundila nyoto janga ko mol foy mankeno sa ko mbadu nga wuli nge kam fandi ya kuke manya na mankela afa en tolte kam fala de nim banko kan tolle baten yo torandira jam fate bo janga ta exile bayin tol yabe jande dula do ten tol bulum bita dame na manke gambiyat bayin sakuma kilim fay ata fa wana e labi fa be wulla sam wote adama bulu so modala fa wote adama bulu barin ko mama musole ka fo nchancali mari mol be Usainu be kuloni faso tema ani mo be mbe kuloni faso temal de ni tata e wala fo ko be mol domo la butung malakuli mawti boro isa mol domo ndol fa albi janne
ñaawru ñing kumaata je ba ke pour kañil long bare fanan e fondinki wala ko mamma njere adu fondinki wala commandro adu ye wato wala di ko nim president baro mam findi e ka sartol min lande na mo ke dron e be fintila le yola fo woto sañ ite be mune kila o fondinki wala min man tara jang banko be kan prison ko momoy ko sobe yabi jeen
yalon ni ka fo mole ko Camaraba baraka o ñini karo kumare ka fo mole incitement man tambi IG ko la press conference ke ko morality, ethics and our traditional values you want to uphold by people respecting elders. Adama Barrow started disrespecting everybody. What is going to be your take on that? You are taking people to court because you say whatever they say is seditious. Wale mi kumolte me alon ka be fitino wulinla. Adama nyimme fo saying wo mu muneti angale kanto. Indecent, irresponsible, irrational, seditious. You can use whatever adjective you want to use and it still cannot define and quantify the graveness of what he has uttered. Mere opening of a political bureau. When our hospitals are running out of drugs, they don't have basic materials like gloves. In the hospital, they don't have running water in the only teaching hospital in the country. Ita kana lo mole ka fo mole ko. Ndata biro yero lay ko. Wo biro ko do ka boda me yafo adun Usainu be nyin kala next week fanande de. Wo ko da me tante de ya tanya me iliga be nyin kala de. Contrat ko men kadi mo la mol ke kala Adama be nyin kala sayne nyin karo fon be dial. Ite problem wala create. Molbe sirine dol ko e foñandinke le foñandi August bari sayen tol nga datile every day loku wo loku kari wo kari Adama mbe nyinin kalale mbe nyinin kala tele to mbe nyinin kala gungo kono mbe nyinin kala radio to adun hani tafasita no laje yo momam bule jay mola momam mo ko mane Adama ita don bulata mo bela ye mo be ko Usainu Adama mu fisir walle balti ala fa ko nto ko anyum fisir wallo wona ma wulu gambe Adama before 206 debe dunda UDP mo meta lo UDP le take deputy national treasurer ye londi député ala si nyafule ke sponsor e buka widno UDP le te select congress la men keta basse keke la flag biarati inata convention la coalition convention UDP le te face fo te keta mansati bi sababu pour ite ke mansati wo mu UDP jumale o parti o lo anyaton ko de Usainu Dabo ite mon son fen soto no ika ofo ika lo mo nyaato jan 26 ko Usainu le te fati fo bi Usainu wo mu minute bi wo ko jube de nundo Usainu mo faldi bi munen baydi ko sala yalon kuma do bi je dingo be ka kontane ani fa be ka kontane iba idingo aye josay o aye keta ba nyin sifa mo fo de kalo public ju wa kata ka announce ko fa ngana sila place o fa o ko la ndena place di wota dinkendet son tol ba fa ko atiala dia mo ke la moy lal ba moy kan adun tol nga moy be menkela la gatsa foundation ol lota ka bobbi la gatsa na ya fo jang dol bi je ya jabi jana yala ko ya jambe bulo di ala net wo ko balan ndol wala net ko 6 la te balan abara
mbadi ngol wole nyaawul ko mati Mr. nyaawul ko ma Ismaila
Hey, okay, it's coming. Bax. Yo, assalamu alaikum. Ismaila Fadera, mi alonko. Atelemu United Democratic Party la funding kyol milbe karangola telemi la nyaton ko to. Boto bi ngala kuma kanwolo moyle adu lo lalta mil bambanta. Boto Ismaila ale wato fo. Pour president baro finti idea mu o mañal. Wara lo nyalta akuma kanwol mil fo mel diminta. Boto Ismaila sañ ka funding kol damman nati nyokan banko be kan atel be wol futani no lon ma nyaadi le fodungal bo do ko fulal kabrim bile ba
do ku jamal be kering nyinku kono ko yenda kundingo minje man nan dama to yala jam mol lembula diamola so wo mol mi yalongo yembula diamola it's just a matter of kamuru maril kan grupo kono ninga na kachalke ngaji bembe mun silale tala bari ndengalon no ku momi United Democratic Party funding long imari nyanda kala no comme ça nying manta kala doku wadamate be min kala nying ko kon doku jamal le bije anu ning alasonda adama baro ay nying kuma ko min fo abe murla kanne o ala mul e be safero kelale ka foko ay min fo koy dalta minna because atele mansat keti mi yala ngo nay min fo ala mol bina findila ya fa mol ya mo fo wende jahal bakel njikita wala ko ba kelal
already dol yo kele because ala mbari ma min gera Suleiman Kamara nga jole kuma ka men sabe fay ima karamba
nga Suleiman nak saveroje nga Suleiman na saveroje nga docteur Cissé la kumo la moy bi bari mbela hidila ku kilina la arama baro wo ye may ko diala luwolu ka bo bila pour ay diam ata fem fola mi yalon ka be kala ka gambianol ka fundi nyol ati nyaatale you know because mo mi yalon ko ni ko ete diam tubab ka wala ye mistake oke ye kan mi moy ye kan mi susu ni ye wodi la pour ye diam ite ka tuka tinyar kumo damala mbe nyaaya jele ya jame kuma kan mi fo talindim biroto ale bi man sa sototala man sa ya fanan katale anu ning alasonda nyimbe tambila Camaraba
bar comme diga fa ñam ñu funding ko la solid ali tele kuma do nga fam ko almahani parti la leadership alme kalamu dandi jama an ka jele ko ni be febe han ya kombi ni be mitino kela e ka parti executive kalamu dandalale bari ñu ndale lot la ta ko almantarol commandila almantare kombo bo ñala mu ne won
yani ajibe dynamism of politics la change political dynamism wala change ñing alfali ta kele ntolte alfal batula no saim pour ya fontol yontol nyanda ka kenya ya jele meyo fintita nambi ama fo kumande funding la age bracket o kono bari hansa entol nga muda funding kille wo ku stifa jama le bekala anu ning ala sonda bi mu tenel ngol talata araba aramisa kuma mom foje mimbe kala funding kel be findila ko taka mba fola mun be kala na next step
e bari na be kala banko be kam bam foda be kala dula joyen dinne kono
United Democratic Party lon ñi manken na bureau da mati e fuda da Gambia dawoda bureau bije andun tuma ndo baado nim mobilisation o be kala o mimbe fola ate tarra moy kumpoto mo be balo
mimbal bul folo aliyo bulale foni wolu ngo
mimbe mbulo kono ndela fla wo do fola jang because ko nga fo ñame ka fo lem youth wing bar ning ayatara me min fola nga min kacha nsetan damale min kacha United Democratic Party funding ke be dawoda e be ba kala muda munen funding ke las koti woto hade
wa wuto abarka bake an sa nga funding ke la lungolo nyinti wanna say something yeah who wanna say something funding ke juma dara nimbe min mandara on e kanyam sa ya start you want to say something? No. Nothing? No. I mean, the interview now, only. Hello, assalamu alaikum, bari itondi.
Ntom Buba Dabo.
Buba Dabo. Bi ina da jang muna mila siun di kanaja.
Na siun mu minti wala mu mbenga mimoy. Nyola kabirin baroy mitingo ke birkama. Akaja faro wara baktale. Wayati na kabirin nga audio lamo nata moy ko mol nyantana manja biroto. Pour ka kuwol katandi nyokan kacha ngaje ko fana mu Gambia dingol tim fana mu fondin kelati ngaje ko nyantana na janne pour nga kafu UDP ma nga kafu fa wala political party ma pour nyin kamma se nyin ko nyin kacha nyoko mbakala nyami nga ka o nyama bar nga altentu bakale nga mol mi jeja nga altentu bakale
ya fondin kewla diamo moy kan fondin kewla nyi tandiko hani party leader waran executive members sol ime kala mutandi itelier fansun ko leke bi ite yamira yewo mina jewtu
wo mu banku din kende yalati ni wuluta banko kan ila wulu je ajenta na fal sutura banko surtout na nata nan banku doku wala imanya tara koma bari wo banko ni nata ta nyato ita ta nyato nata ta koma ita ta koma ila dimba bi jel to wuluta banko le kan yamadu lasoro na manke bankoti so woto ni kumandiro kita mbenga tanala mbenga kafu UDP ma mbenga kafu mbenga na political party ma na kata kuo kusekenye bata kuoti nga bondi nyimba ko kanja
woto fonni ko la lord la iba ko male bang fo nyaade
mba ko male mba ko
dabo kundan ko yaron
mba ko nyumu to la cordality to la cordal pa bin to ta fila loje ntolunga pabila history nying ndorka proud alale nga lon ko mol mati mi ya lon ko leftale man la fala barke kendo lo mati andum ay bankoleje so abe ko ko ton tole ba wala to ha so nga altin tola ko la bakale
barka bake sadawa baraka naam hey fada bolo folo bangi top thank you mbal ali mbalal do nga ñinké wala problème ya man bo am na interested yo assalamu alaykum afada bo ngalo ne mbe nga moyle mbe nga jele bari ni modo ni mo niyo kuyata e be tarlo kono le ana ke da menyala manke menyala bra fendi fondin ke wole kuma counta ni lod lata fadabo fe kanyine batu nun kabrin juna UDP fondin ke wole ni lod la sifata
auzu billahi minas seytaanir rajim Camaraba mbe konto na be jayila bi kontantale bawo nga celo men damuta ntol fana e dindingul soto fo wol fana yo hamo soto pour ka finti ni aje ko me yalon ko amam bete ya banko kan ayeni yo ko ya decide ko ifana be lo len tol yele ibe nyafitala o ko en kontane bakel mbe damen to bi kam fani ni ku ya men benna bar birum futata jang se wotale o kam fani talatale kununte sasa ta biringa nyum moy sasa tale akuwe ni yo ku ya masino fonyi suba ni ku ya me muta fo ala me ya long mamme yilla nyaaye woleje kantu nim moye ku kendo ke hani ma jono kana doya ndesa kuma kilim fo Adama Barrow aya kanyanta lendiro akanyanta fondin ciolu fo kunu ngame fo odioto ko fondin ke musolu anim bañol nga wuli nga nakala siti nyobala ntol ta jela ngim par ngoy bata men ke nyim bankun kan ngaje moli sina bala firin nendiro kala jang ntatala nko ay dinko sing ay mbebula je UDP nkol ba on tolela ko ka dimi ay dinko sing ay UDP bebula je watu la jusobe sumuyala bar na mo woke yinke bar ngwa ba jele jate mo woni yoda sai ntenga je ko Adama ye aya kuntaki alalela ala talla man so me yalon ka niyo bonda afoto bala ate ko ate mu walati ntoli ya telefo ku mole moy ala talla man so be menkela moma wolon fo ba bulo kula te kanne ba jannate ka fo mbem bulo kula o kan ase keno ba bulo kula mo jamala fo nyi bankun kan meta janne mo jamala ya fo base kes mbe kes kono wato menna mo jamala ko Hussein Dabo ba soro ne chabo fay ba kon bar Hussein Dabo ya bulo ku wol kan ba Hussein bu kamo to nye banko ay wala je nay me ja mabete ya aba fola ni wo kuyata abe falla barabe Hussein Dabo jele jan adu nay me fay ba dandalala molla alfa la Hussein Dabo ba Hussein ye molla wulu ay dingul la wulu wala siyata tati ay dingul la wulu ani bu fulangoti na me fonyo anengola ka nyandula la bala na me fonyo anengola na ya neng abe mem moyla atadiya lay ndumbe mem fula wala be tambila tay mem fo mben jola fo jor nyaay tambi fa bu ka folin fala ne mo fa jola nen abe fa balanto ne na wara fa mandin ko nen ka kalimo la alifa nen ay mem fa nyinin ka rolake nyinin ka ro make kasiti ni wala e dimi banko la fengo bula wato sise bu mo fa amalo no pura bu mo fa amalo no manka mankunda ntata yale da samo fa mba no ma campagne la abuka da samo di non tolla so ni wo ka foko ndele Hussein Dabo bondi pirsine wo mun tole Gambian ko tole musol men batata amunye nendi rolet ntolle niyola ngsuto sino bali yake nkomba jella na banko nga fintindi andu musol be bambuta nyoko male yemu banko fintindi ngata tambindi birimba tambindi la da samo fa buka sanno so ni wo ka foko ndele Hussein Dabo fintindi ndeko aman soto Hussein Dabo Gambia musol ni cewle kafta nyoma dindingul ya bondi andu meni ka bulo ko sai ika fa baro e men fa nyanta wala fola ndeysane la ko mbala falat first time ya jamme time wala fana ka bulo la kosi ni woy men fo UDP ko le bulo kosi bar bira tata aduta akela mo le fa akela mo le soro so nyili men fana be bulo kosi la nyi adama baro e lumbe sile be nimisala kantu nyim banku mbele tamu janti bata men be nyim banku ka mobele aje nyi lopta no to borteje fenteje jandi bita lole ibe mo nenna ibe mo gar wala te ko e biro le yel o biro ko do a bondi bintol o biro ko do mbanyi nin kala o biro ko do bondi binto kantu birin tol balo ne si se bu ma itabu ka wolono itabe biro lo no la nyaadi andu men yo ko do diala ay wala fanam fo moli ba nyinin kala nama la fi nyinin kala banko la president palaso aya sendi suñar palaso ma be sirinje aya sendi nama sendi mba nyinin kala ndu ninga nyinin ka na ku yata oto be bula jan ata dula do to nyim banku to leta mu jante ntol bela bata ko julo sarinta ja so ni te ka fo ko molte nyinin ka itele nyim banko fenga Hussein Dabo la korda tendinte ka kuma jama fu mo buka understand na bita meeting dula to te ko fa ka kusle maba kus ay wo memma ay kusbula fondi jeli be mutale ko ka duro ko le waf iko ka atodo fo tayle waf barate fo nakata meeting dula ka kusle ma na buka kusuma diyama tafola diyama ibe wondi alfanen niyamo la alfanen bela alfanen fabu ka falin fala nte ba dandala wo nay mo la fanen mba fanen fabu ka falin fal ndala nga amma fon fe ay turo ko wulindi na nan tol be muta be sar woda mar ba kontan na ma UDP ko be sar ngata kontan abaraka ba ke Camaraba afa ko soma ko bi ko la soma nay fama nay atabete ala fe ndole niyele lay masila fenda ay muro ta be fa ban tol masila nay fanen ba fanen ndala
abaraka ba ke ken ko fali ko ya fali hold on concentrate dan kana concentrate de kana no mat man sulantela yo national president congratulations ye lo nyamenta bari nga moy kumol kono ko ila kumol kono ko iman kumpabo ke bari nga lonko jama aji suwane wara United Democratic Party dingol nibe pepe ni kele ka sara alfalla bari nga je ni lodulata fasa wato sito tole ka fo alfale ko alimbula dom ben do ko kele ka lodulata ibi lafto mo def kuma fola mewle bi mol ci mom moy
abaraka bake Camaraba thank you very much ilawo kuma kawnya kuma da bakele nyin ngaro fana kuma da bakele ning jibir lalu ni patio dingolu hakilo bakan patio ko tale congress la every sanji flow ko say nga ci nga ke every sanji naniti congress to ka bundal ka to fa bundal energy pour wo bundal tamandiro ke wo mo la mirar nyal and wo mo la fila ko la nga wolel time mom na mirar nyanka samba wala ka ta bunda ba ka national executive la nim police be kala mana tamandiro be kala patio kono la wala man sakuna nandara wala mirar nyal wala ka taje pour ka ke wo tamandiro te ka men ko police so ndela bunda wala fo ninkela bunda press conference ñing comme ya fa ñamenna bu ñane horomo ka kele wato wati nime ko ko ninkela ka mexo le patio secretary general atelem patio be la alfati atelem patio be la nyaton ko wala ne ko man patio la ka kon sotle bari Camaraba fano buka wala safno buka fankuno wala fam senandino wala fano fana buka fankuno murodum fana buka fankuntuno yalo senata mobe male so membe jolo min ko ala usenda boy kelo men kenyim banko en wo mantra moyen fileto wo mantra moyen kumpato wo be saferi wolole bala il kalo ya safele mobe nya bala so ninga ta wolum to nyati ndel fon ninkel natale ko wala sim famenta pour kanyim banko findindi o banko manyana ka say ko tege tele ata da men ka sen ka murni ka sambaje ninga ta wolum to nyati Camaraba ndel campagne ningal wato wadi munan na fon ninkel ndel bula place yem bula place la pour amanke duron kataje ka ke haftani bu mbati ka ke je ka ke kuma ba foti bar ka ke je ka tamandiro le ke banko la al halol la pour banko na membe fon ninkel represent la usenda bo ayo environment le landi wala na arambaro biral campagne 2016 at usenda wata la kawol tofo akatela selote aya sepu aya sasa aya fi aya lang fo am selo say dumoro fota do wadmo ite bula daw gola so na trawum to nyaade ninte ngaji arambaro ta ko selo tinya mba fala ni ko wote possible la anu nde usenda bo consult la wala because ni ini fa ay kurukuru ay kobeke ifitra na fala wato la ikara mum faye ngo madu ngata ko ni wala hani wulita ko ni yene ye fa na fa ndel ngollo so ndekata ko le ni ngana ngam fa na fa anu ta fala mo len ko mbem fal na fa kan barako ning abedo dorong dunia le ka wolo ma nyere tew fu moy bari kila ya sallallahu alaihi wasallam ko ya jele mom yalla ko ta fanjele wato wadi dorong anyon wuli ya fola ma soto so Adambaro is one of those people so membe je wala min ko ntel we don't consult Usain Dabo because amanke ma autonomy so nga soto le to ninga Usain Dabo consult akamta ko dorong ning ala miraw ninga miraw fata dorong asina ko change lole anun telu we are the majority of this country wala mo fonikel we form 65% so mo kin na mirar nya na arte fata no lantel da ndel ngawji be ko nyanta ko kel ko tege bari yaji liba fala ngatu je nga sare lale sembo be mulla ko nga fa nyamena fonikele la sem ka tew fa intelli yow yuto be ye me place men ngo fonikele consult e mendiate mi yamina men nyanta nga wala ke wala nyanta ko Usain Dabo nga defenle ka tan dunia la ko Usain Dabo kelo menke amanke Usain Dabo defend ka bar me Gambia defend ka wo Gambia defense Gambia ya nyati ndam wala ko niaji president lono kenabar akafo mbe kari falale because diawon ko tala wakola ke kali billah wala ko mbe kali tala jambi nte be tara president yalla le fo kari ya fa fo nga mabe ala fo nga ya bade ay kali ko daga ko nga contrat sign kaje ko ay fa andu ya bade nga mabe ala bade to nga ko fam ka fa do mun sina yam fa president yato o kam ko woye kali o mem fo wala mu contrat ay men sign andu to nyandel to tan ta on de maynol bari nga mem fo na press compressor wala min ko amanke ko men kilifaro le mol mem fo ka bari Adambaro malla alala Adambaro man limana soto ala taka fanya wala mduko Adambaro moro le ya fanya ko Usain Dabo na ay soksidi mango kanjang watu mol kanyim fontene ko ni Adambaro ni Usain Dabo ya soksidi jang Usain Dabo so because Adambaro tinyaro menke is beyond repair mota da no ko tege
secretary of the cabinet
exactly so anu banko nyin saindeng mbadata ka TRRC londile mbadaka jane commission londile so yemen kabe kenabal to mobe nyabala kado yalo nyin fajara property me ay menta den wobe kenabal mobe nyabala so mbada me commission londile ko tege we only have to take evidence and prosecute you but Usain Dabo ba prosecute la fam bar ko silang yalo dictator donc le corruption is a vile disease ya fam corruption la jaw yañi akana moy ke dictator pour ka fan defend ka fan protect na flow protect wala na corruption ni anti corruption commission ak ñi ya ñi wakati ka joko unexplainable wealth ya fengo solo ya solo nyaadile ko me nyanta ko bondi jele so kam do ya fengo solo nyaawo nya mola corruption exactly so ya bondi jele so Adambaro sani alon ko Usain Dabo dung anani afolo ko corruption ka kelo no halima anti corruption loi soto no because already banko la mara kitabo kono la loi berje me alon ko ay corruption o bayle wala na sani abasa ne ba prosecute kan amanke anti corruption commission wala ba prosecute gande but anti corruption commission wo kana commission le kallo dron e ka ifansu ndokula soto civil mal le dron be community ko le corruption nyaanyi na jumale ba kan jumal man tarake ka but ni ka corruption kele yalon ko nyinda be kerni nyang a mexo ya kele je wala na 669 million nga reference biring wo ko lo nyin kasata je Adambaro akam fada bakel biring mo bo fokan auditri body of marji batany bo fokan ay marji batany ay wolf na live threatening so the same Adambaro is continuing to threaten for sa Usain Dabo Camaraba ndel ngam fan sasile Usain Dabo la ka fo alatu wotatu na ntel ngani do tuje Adambaro ni men contrat sign face fo Gambia dingole aning IC fana contrat men sign fo kay tan ko watati anda kata president yatole fo Usain Dabo fa o IC lo contrat lefto fana lale so ñu ko
ni ndiam mum be kira kay tan ko ni president mom finti e ka apology ke to the Gambians and na party leader ngajir ko ale lord latale ko albenyine kila abal tole bam fodum ale kuma kense on fo molbe memoy
men yallong jan bring 20 safo men yallong bring 2018 2019 ha somebody me yallong ko nene katara ka fol ko lale ka advocate nene buka fo fengo la mbakela le wala nga ya am la nyaatu ngala ya fo nyingo nyinke nga fo ntakela ya understand wala nga mol kuma kenso di mol du ko la josula ndenga na haju so ndebe ko ke nga mendi Adambaro la a manke that is an ultimatum bari nga signalo diala kay tan ko yani même footing lafta ñin lon la je ni ma kimbe fintilale amna na fintinya be sangara la bakele na fintinya sangaro ningo sangaro ja wala mi ko UDP be ngalo ne mo men sala mo wuli kimi fulani fenti wala carte fay parti we bari billahi ngankal yalla usenda bola mu ñona sabaro wala na mo be sirinde Camaraba monsieur be mbula jang ke bale moti 2021 biring finko keta election ni biring asu nyata billahi akola sal stroke le ama bar ala tuna amam fa because of ni ku yakan ana manke bakinda jamal moti amam fa ni ku yakan
dol far
bi wo ke ba ko teke kunun ay monsieur be kata ko ko haji men so 2021 bi men so wala kata taw billahi wallahi so ndel man ta usenda bu jibe kanyam usenda la ka banko le nyaton kaya pour que banko do le nyafita wo banko do man toro ben ko ndel bo le jibe kan so ay ñin det contrat même fo det contrat ñi mantra usenda bo saada manoma bari a det contrat be ay solom ko be carte fa le suñala wallahi ngankal yalla la adam baro tamala furel kan furelo pour que ta sidra ko rek naka be carte fa tout no ko tun ta 2021 nyamena même be kering wote kering ko tek
ala opposition ala moldol bi mu yalla ko ngi audio moy ko iko barote ate apologize.
You never apologize. That is his business. But there is a fundamental constitutional right. Mbo exercise lal.
Ñin dum fami al federal temboro kayto men katina mole findi albo batula alba fatel batula.
Nda preempt la because police only do ko lam. Loi na la do ko lam. Nim police only do ko okay. Même ñanda wolbe kala. Nim police only do ko fana même fana ñanda wolbe kala. Ha.
Oto abaraka bake national president youth president me tentro ni jarodi okay mbaring itoning
Assalamu alaikum tatu Mahmoud
Jata
National Youth Wing member.
Yeah, okay. National Youth Wing member ngaje funding ke ale load lata ale kuma kan fintindi mo killing fula sabale diamuda fo mo killing fula sabada man la kumolo indi bang fo dungal bella kumo
Camaraba baraka bake ila najang nga appreciate le ba fale baraka banku do ko lam ñindi comme yekuma ko mum fo comme mo killing mo fula saba mundiam National Youth Wing to yala o make ko o mo killing fula wolle be kuma kan koma ngel National Youth Wing it was a joint decision yekuma ko mum fo diamant la newna and then yekuma ko mum fo wala mu Gambia must be salvaged. Gambia must be liberated from Barrow and his corrupt government. I keep saying this. Gambia must be liberated by Barrow and his corrupt government. And the National Youth Wing, we've taken a step. We are not going to bow down for Barrow. And we are going to make sure that Barrow in statement move forward regarding the party leader, A.N.M. Usainu Dabo, that he have sent a death certificate mba nyingala a death certificate nyinga sign muntole as a youth of Gambia mba nyingala a death certificate I sign muntolo na sign and njuma nyole sign. We want to ask Barrow this question. Barrow cannot continue intimidating us. He cannot intimidate us anymore. As a youth of this country, we will salvage this country. As a youth of this country, we will salvage this country how the Kenyan youths have salvaged their country. This is very simple. We have taken a bold step now as a young people of this country. We are not going to bow down for Barrow, and then we are going to tell Barrow to withdraw this statement.
But this also, because you said you are not going to bow down, but this might cost lives also. Are you still going to be ready to march on when such things happen?
If such things happens, Barrow know about your democracy members. He knows about us. We are never scared of Barrow. I'm going to tell this to Barrow and his corrupt government. We are never scared of you people. As a young people of this country, we keep saying this and we will say it over and over. We are not scared of you, Barrow, as a president and your corrupt government. And then, to be honest, we are telling you to withdraw this statement. The statement that you've said regarding our party leader, Honorable A.M. Dabo, withdraw the statement. If you don't withdraw the statement, in 3 days' time, we are going to hit the streets. I'm telling you this, we are going to hit the streets.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Camaraba.
Baraka bake, Fernando Diamana. The funding ke olela somu no, wala atina. Ni sudia da ya soro.
Assalamu alaikum.
You are not in mobile anymore. The camera. Ok, mari muso fana nata di fana funding ke oleti de funding ke dol moyle kuma kawal mel fo masa kewo waran president o même fo parti leader ma la sango whatever ka fo ko ba fala le wara you know fenne sign o karola so no de atete jila indum funding ke le lot la tale atel be bo komale bang
ha mbe ba ko mal Camaraba mba fala assalamu alaykum gambe dingol be kondam be gambe funding ke be kondonna mba fala funding ko le ko adam baro nyun ko mom fon saydan adam baro lo ko adam manke alati ngadal tamo bane ma ala tamo adum ba fala fanan ko Usain Dabo janna adam baro bo wulla siran kan fon fen kada Usain Dabo balon ko adam baro le yakal ha ngolo so do pour ka fa adam baro adum ba fala ko adam manke alati adu say bara ya fala ka ala be mul soron na be Udp ngol soron na mfana nada pour ko lo ka fa adam baro ko wota selo fanandi ko kadu maltu mum bija wota fandin ko samanor ay gambe be ke seloti mbay tan tol pareta pour que gambe bondi tolle adam baro sinda dun tol fandin ke kilon le be adam baro wulini la nada pour ko damman fa adam baro Usain Dabo han ko gongo ko nakata janni ibe wulla ma sa siranka mbalon nako de adam baro bulo ba ko tole ha nten nada ko lo fo ka fa fandin kewol fanay ko ali nga wuli ngayti nganna gambe bondi ma saten tol bulo ko no de comédien ole ben tol bulo ko no bana man saten tol bulo ko no ali nga wuli nga carte ke so nyini hani onda e jola ali nga carte ke so nyini nga din dingol la din dingol e wuli fandin ko be wuli nga carte o fay nga adam baro bondi tiranka nuenteng gambe bula dinko ko la dinko mi yaron dem fam boni no la kon
abaraka bake komi ali allo nyamen don wato bandale freng wato bandale freng e mbadan na janne fo wati do komi doron ma kawnin kuma kawmel be banko kan betulo balale woto ale United Democratic Party fanana funding kewol moyle kuma kawmen fo adu ngalon ko anene manke anene mom moy bar wato sita le pour kake nin kale wato sita woto bil male kuma moy wato la sita kamen kumande ala baraka bake dindin le la lungo so mala ke balo involve al sidanda ha